difference between climbing and other sports is the fact that the playing field changes. Like you're kind of doing something different every single time. With a lot of sports, you kind of do the same or very similar things every single time. But coming to the climbing gym, you're getting yourself into something different every single time, which is really cool.
Climbing is different for so many reasons. I think it's an intellectual challenge, like a problem-solving challenge, in addition to like a physical one. It's also something that you kind of compete against yourself in, right? Unless you're doing competitions, there's no score or rules or other competitors. It's collaborative. And I think it is different from other sports in that it's kind of a lifestyle that comes with a certain sense of community and friendship and trip taking and all these things that people who are involved in other sports don't really get to do.
I work at the front desk. I manage inventory. I coach intro to climbing for adults and youth, and then I have a little kind of like youth team as well, and I'm a route setter.
Running a climbing gym is a multifaceted endeavor that requires attention to many different areas. One of the most critical is route setting. Route setting involves creating new climbing routes on the gym walls, which can be a challenging and time-consuming process. A good route setter must have a deep understanding of climbing techniques as well as a creative eye for designing routes that are both fun and challenging for climbers of different levels.
For route setters, when they come to the job, it's expected of them to be able to climb at a high level because that's what we're trying to provide for our clients. Not everyone climbs at, really hard grades, but I think it's important that everyone comes in with the mindset of that they're going to climb at a high level regardless of the grade to make sure that we're getting an accurate representation of what we're trying to put on the wall for our clients. It's always color-based, which allows us to try and force people to climb in a certain way and teach them new movements in that way. I think the role of a route setter is to teach climbers new movement and to challenge them, hopefully in a way that they haven't really been challenged before.
Ultimately, route setting is a crucial part of running a successful climbing gym. By creating new and engaging routes, gym owners can keep their customers coming back for more.
Route setting is really important. It makes you really excited. We talk about it every week. We talk about which wall is going to be updated and what we're excited about. So yeah, I definitely agree that it's really important, especially for new climbers.
Over the past decade, bouldering has grown tremendously in popularity across Canada, with more and more people taking up the sport each year. Indoor climbing in North America has grown to a $700 million industry in the last 5 years alone. This growth is reflected in the increasing number of indoor climbing gyms, which have opened up in cities and towns throughout the country.
Pretty much any small town in the world has a climbing gym these days. In Europe, they're building climbing gyms like every single month in their towns. Like it's insane. Or you can travel to the island and the tiny little towns on the island have climbing gyms now.
In 2010, there were only 41 indoor climbing gyms in Canada. Now, there are 136, and the number is continuing to rise.
It's been getting more and more popular every month. It seems like we're getting more people in the gym. And now that we have 2 locations, both the gyms are completely full almost every single day. It's getting quite popular.
The sport has even been recognized by the Canadian Olympic Committee. In 2021, bouldering made its debut as an Olympic sport alongside sport climbing and speed climbing. This was a landmark moment for the climbing community as it brought the sport to a global stage and introduced it to a new audience.
Yeah, I think definitely the Olympics has been a booster for climbing's popularity. I think even just talking with people, friends of mine that don't climb, they know what climbing is now whereas a few years ago they didn't. So there's a kind of like general legibility. It's hard to tell, but it seems like more and more gyms are opening up all the time, especially in bigger cities, and they seem to be more popular and fuller than ever before.
But it's not just the physical and competitive aspects of bouldering that are driving its popularity in Canada. For many, bouldering offers a sense of community and connection. Climbing gyms have become a gathering place for people of all ages and backgrounds, offering a welcoming environment where climbers can share tips, stories, and support each other. The bouldering community is known for its supportive and welcoming atmosphere. Whether you're climbing indoors or outdoors, you're likely to find a group of friendly and helpful climbers willing to offer advice and encouragement.
Community feeling's definitely like a whole gym feeling. Like as soon as you walk in, the desk staff are nice, everyone in the gym wants to talk to you. I'm pretty introverted, so I've never really been huge on talking to lots of people, but once I'm in the climbing gym, it completely changes. Everyone's just super easy to talk to, and it feels really welcoming. It's a really warm feeling when you're in here. It's good.
The climbing community is really important. I think it's what brings a lot of people into climbing and what makes people excited about climbing. A lot of people that I've talked to at the gym have been so welcoming and supportive and excited about being new on your journey in climbing.
It's fun cheering people on that you've never talked to and you might not ever talk to again. I think, especially if they're doing something that you're also working on, and then being able to problem solve with people that you don't know is really cool. And people have been really friendly and welcoming, and if I ever have questions, I feel like I could ask anyone and they'd be super willing to give me insight, but they're also really respectful and making sure that they're not overstepping, because a lot of it is that you want to problem solve yourself. So it's a cool balance of like feeling like there are people around who can help, but they're also excited to cheer you on.
So as bouldering continues to grow in popularity across Canada, it's clear that the sport has become more than just a pastime. It's a way of life for those who love the challenge and the thrill of the climb, and a community for those who value connection and camaraderie. Whether you're a seasoned pro or a beginner just starting out, there's never been a better time to join the bouldering revolution in Canada.